May 29 is not the calendar. The challenge ahead is beyond that. It's for all of us together.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title, we have a few videos to review with you today. Yes, feel free to let us know what you think, and yes, don't forget to like, share, and yes, subscribe to our channel. So with May 29 approaching real quick, a lot of Nigerians are concerned about the presidential result, and yes, with the case still in court, one question everyone is asking right now is why this obsession with the candidates that they claim came third in the presidential election. Yes, we're talking about Peter Obi. For me, it is obvious this guy came first, and yes, that's the reason all these are happening. Let's listen to Seni Rufai on this before we bring you the next video.
Questions, telling him to address the people as if he were the president-elect.
Why is there this obsession about the candidate that came third? Didn't INEC say he came third? So why is there an obsession with him? It is only in a contest like this I've seen that there's never been so much obsession with the man that came third. Everybody wants to pull down the man that came third. I mean, people have won the elections. Keep it moving. But why is there this obsession about the man that came third? I ask. Because it's just a carryover of that obsession that we're seeing. Cases have been filed in court.
And this is from the spokesperson of the All Progressives Congress Presidential Campaign Council, Femi Kayode, who in a series of tweets insisted that the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, must disclose the details of his alleged detention by the British immigration officers at Heathrow Airport in the United Kingdom. Well, his tweet read in part, Peter Obi's claim that he never knowingly broke the law speaks volumes and suggests that he broke it unknowingly. Sadly for him, not knowing that he broke the law.
Concerning Peter Obi going to the mosque, it's not supposed to be a big deal. Because that's the kind of nation we want. That irrespective of religion, we are united, we're all Nigerians. But you see, the truth is, and I hope this will shame all the people that said Peter Obi was a Christian candidate, and how they tried to blackmail him and said, oh, he's got nothing to do with Muslims at all. But I'm sure they will see the empirical facts right in front of them. And you see, the people that peddle this religion to divide us, when religion is supposed to unite us, should remember that the true religion we should preach is our character. Can you really say the character of our politicians represent their religion? A man that divides people in the name of religion because he wants to win election, can you truly say, like the Yorubas will say, his character represents his religion? Why were Christians called Christians? Because they had the character of Christ. And Muslims, because they had the character and the adherence of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But can people truly say they are from a religion in this country and their character speaks volume than people say they are good Muslims or Christians or traditionalists? So I think people should check their ways. All those that try to blackmail this Mr. Peter Obi.
I contested the election. I wasn't contesting it to help anybody to win. And I continue to say that even the declared winner did not win. You might have been declared by whatever means, but you've not won the election. Reuben, to win is to win the people. Democracy is government of the people, by the people, for the people. That means if you must win the people. But if you don't win the people, you've not won. And I can tell you, the last election, the declared person no win. However, that is what we're challenging. The rascality is what we're challenging.
So here we have Bola Tinubu speaking on May 29 inauguration and what his administration will look like. Baba still get case for court too, and yes, he not send anybody but that's not the case here. So many are shocked with the sudden transformation on his look. Yes, many are saying they don't change Tinubu. Yes, when we they stop telling him what to say. As you can see from the video, there's someone always behind him telling him what to say. And yes, they have flushed out his old blood, and yes, so many are saying, and yes, they've given him fresh and young blood. So no doubt he's looking fresh and robust. Face look chubby. Something is really going on for sure. With that being said, listen to his speech concerning May 29th.
May 29th.
May 29 is not the calendar. The challenge ahead is beyond that. It's for all of us together. And we must be parents and stay focused. That is very, very important. Don't isolate one date. One date on the calendar doesn't mean anything. It's just an event.
Yes, people are already talking about your administration and what it will look like. Can you give us a glimpse into what you have in plan?
I can't. I've not consulted people yet. And administration, you said, is not run alone. You don't govern alone. You govern with people. You consult. Assemble. And then hit the ground running. And it's the same country, right? Isn't it? So,
thank you very much.
Lastly, on the presidential case in court, more facts are coming out concerning the results. Guys, watch the video and do where to like. Yes, that's how you support us, and yes, this video can reach others also. And thank you for staying with us to this part of the video.
This is how the scoreboard will look like when the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal returns votes of the Labour Party in 5 states alone. Let's start with Lagos, where you all know that the Labour Party scored about 1 million votes. If these votes are returned to the Labour Party and the 500-something thousand votes that APC got, they never got up to that. This has already been corroborated by the PDP. If their real votes are declared and the fake ones deducted, this will see them losing thousands of votes in Lagos alone. The same thing will happen in Rivers State when the real votes are counted and the fake ones deducted. You can see the real votes as uploaded on iRev. Now let's move on to Taraba State, where the Labour Party's votes were suppressed. The Labour Party actually won Taraba State. We won't be giving you all the figures. As you all know, the matter is now before the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal. Also, the same process happened in Nasarawa. Although Labour Party was declared winner of Nasarawa State by INEC, the margin with which they won Nasarawa State was actually larger. The same thing happened in Adamawa State, Atiku's home state, where the Labour Party votes were suppressed. They actually got 25% and more in Adamawa State. The same thing was repeated in Borno State. Elections didn't hold in many Labour Party strongholds in southern Borno. In places where elections were held, the votes were massively suppressed. So it wouldn't surprise many that the election was declared the way it was declared. Also, in Bauchi State, already covered in many of our videos, the Labour Party scored much more votes than was declared by INEC. The same thing and templates were repeated in Gombe State. The Labour Party surprisingly performed beyond expectations. Like already said, we won't be giving you figures even if we had them, because the matter is already in court. You do not give the APC guys what to work with because they are actually relying on data from the Labour Party in order to file their defense and know what to argue about in court. So the matter is already in court. Nigerians are watching the judiciary to know if they will do the right thing and declare the rightful winner. Coming back to the number of votes that were deducted from the Labour Party and added to the APC, about 1.6 million votes are in contention. When 1.6 million votes are deducted from the 8.7 million votes that Tinubu got, you will see that will push him back to second position. These are results from just a few states alone, not the entire recovery of the votes. And when you add 1.6 million votes to the 6.1 million votes that INEC gave P2B, it will push him to first position with a total number of 7,718,322 votes. These are just votes from a few states. There are still many votes that will be recovered. There are still many places to look for votes because all the results were not uploaded, and about 40% of the results are blurred results, which they will prove by providing the polling unit results from many polling units. They are challenging the results in 21 states across the country. Many might be wondering how the Labour Party legal team will recover votes from places where the results were written, but the ballot papers were burnt or spoiled by thugs. This is exactly how they will prove it. The legal team have gotten and recovered many spoiled ballots. Yes, their attention to detail is out of this world. They want to prove that yes, even if this polling unit was attacked and the results have already been written and uploaded, or maybe it wasn't uploaded, but the party agents have their copies, they recovered some of the ballot papers that are spoiled in order to prove to the court that yes, we actually won this election in spite of the fact that the thugs spoiled the ballots or burnt them. So INEC no longer has the ballot papers as proof that the election was held in the area. So they have recovered some of these spoiled ballots. They are all part of the mountain and mountains of evidence that they have that they will bring to the tribunal so that they will look at it on their merits, not based on technicality. Also, the Labour Party legal team are equally coming to court with rejected ballots. Many people will not understand the implication, but they will understand when the hearing starts proper at the Election Petitions Tribunal. Proving that the APC did not win the presidential election is actually very simple if the judges will look at the reality, not technicality. Let's start from the Northwest Zone. In this zone, we have the KKK states, Kano, Katsina, and Kaduna. The APC did not win any of these states. The KKK states can give a presidential candidate up to 4 million votes, but surprisingly, APC didn't win any of them. Kwankwaso of the NMPP won Kano by a landslide. In Katsina, it was surprisingly won by Atiku Abubakar, in spite of the fact that it is the home state of Buhari. In Kaduna, Atiku Abubakar also won here. Coming down to the south, APC did not win Lagos. The Labour Party won it by a landslide. The APC did not win Port Harcourt. They didn't win River State. The APC did not win Abuja. So where did their votes come from? Which city, which Nigerian state with large number of voters voted for them en masse? So where did their votes actually come from? They came from the Labour Party. So if the judges are able to be convinced that these votes were actually gotten from the Labour Party, they will rightfully return them to the Labour Party, which will push P2B to the first position. This is especially important because of people who have been saying or spreading the false narrative. How can someone that came third become first? Or maybe even if Tinubu is disqualified, that Atiku will benefit. The most important thing is the judges will calculate the highest number of lawful votes. Whoever has the highest number of lawful votes becomes the first person. It doesn't matter if the person ended in 5th position. The most important thing is that he scored the highest lawful votes and has the spread in 24 states across Nigeria, plus and including FCT Abuja. You must score the 25% in 24 states in Nigeria, plus including Abuja. That's how the Constitution says it. What other meaning people are adding to it? This is exactly how it is worded in the Constitution. So the only candidate that fulfills all these criteria is the Labour Party candidate. Of course, the matter is already in court. The Labour Party are ready to prove it, starting from the next adjournment on Wednesday, 17th May 2023. Also, the Labour Party has joined the PDP in their motion in demanding for the live broadcast of the proceedings at the tribunal. The hearing of that motion was supposed to be held today on the 11th May 2023, but surprisingly, the court adjourned it to the 18th. So deciding on a matter like this, as simple as live broadcast, should take another 1 week for the judges to decide, when some lawyers are demanding that the 25% should be decided in 1 day. And live broadcast will take 1 week for them to think about it, and then who knows, maybe on the 18th, they might not even decide on it, maybe another adjournment. They should not dampen the spirit of Nigerians by so many adjournments. Yes, the adjournment that the Labour Party legal team demanded was because INEC haven't responded. That one is understandable. But the judges to adjourn an extra 1 week just to decide on a matter like live broadcast is simply very disappointing. Anyway, Nigerians still need to keep hope alive. The only hope of saving democracy in Nigeria today lies in the court. It lies with the judges. This is the time for them to set the record straight, to do the right thing, to save democracy.